Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to your reading. As usual, only take what resonates and leave the rest for everyone else. Let's see what message do we have for you today. What is it that Spirit wants you to know? We have the Emperor and the Hermit here in the bottom of the deck. And funny enough, just before I started to stop to record this video, I I start thinking, where are the messages? Because usually I receive them as emails dropping in my head, and I started having lots of ideas and thoughts. And this is how Spirit communicates with me. But today it was slightly different, so I'm kind of curious to understand what's going to happen because it was quiet. It still is. So I feel like no message is also a message. This is what is coming through, and also, yeah, no message is also a message. So if maybe someone is feeling like they are not receiving enough insights, or maybe they're not receiving enough message and signs and synchronicities, or maybe they're receiving but they can't interpret them. And the message is, if you're not receiving any message, this is also a message, because maybe it's time for you to embody more than follow clues. Maybe it's time for you to, maybe Spirit is giving you an opportunity to practice what you learned, what you already know you are. Maybe this is time to embody. And we have the Emperor and the Hermit card here. So this is really about sovereignty. So someone here, so maybe you could have already been embodying your God self, your higher self, the highest version of you. And you got all the frequency that you need. I'm not saying that the journey ended, because it will never end while we're still here on Earth. But you got enough frequency, you got enough knowledge, you got enough experience to simply be. And maybe this is why sometimes you might feel like there is there is no clear guidance, there is no direct path to follow, because maybe there is no direct path to follow. Maybe all you're meant to do is choose in that now moment what is it that's more aligned with you right now. What is it that you actually feel like doing, rather than simply wait for someone to tell you exactly what to do, because this would go completely against your sovereignty, don't you think? If you feel like there's no enough movement, no enough um, change happening right now, be aware we have here the Knight of Swords, which shows movement, shows even sometimes being patient when we are like, okay, why things not moving as fast as I wish? Why I'm not progressing as much as I should be right now? I should be miles ahead. And we have here more cards that are talking about inspiration, talking about the God self. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is your energy of being sovereign, your energy of being enough. This card is talking about someone that have uncovered the ways to please themselves, to fulfill their own needs. And this is not talking about only the mental needs, the feelings, but also the material needs, the tangible needs. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is talking about this spark, this primal force, this energy that you are constantly building up, and this is in your at your disposal now, and this is already within you. So this card is coming up to remind us that we have all the power. You have the wands in your hand, so you are capable of bringing things into fruition. You're capable to manifest things, and this is what this Ace of Wands is talking about right now to me. And you also have the Ace of Cups, which is again talking about this emotional fulfillment. It's feeling like as this overflow of energy, overflow of emotions. And something that's coming up right now in my head is this requirement or this need or this desire to actually feel things. So it feels like you decide to come to this plan to experience luxury, to experience emotions, and you might have chosen to experience the whole spectrum of emotions. This is what I'm getting. So this is okay. So this is why sometimes you might feel like this sort of apathy or even this sort of quietness when it comes from communication with spirit. Sometimes you could feel like you were walking by yourself and you have been abandoned. But be aware that you're never abandoned. You're always guided. You're always being protected. The only thing is we are learning how to release this need to have someone telling us what to do, someone telling us what is the right, what is wrong, because we have evolved enough to have these own feelings. We have cultivated enough our gifts to understand what is the best for us, what is it that sparks our joy, and what is it that we need to let go, what is it that we're clinging on to. And it feels like some people could feel this as a test, as if spirit is testing them to say, let's see, how can you walk by yourself? I'm seeing like someone in a bike, like a kid in a bike, and someone take those wheels that you use to support the kids when they're cycling. I'm not quite sure the name of that. The wheels that it's attached to the bike. So it's almost like taking this wheels out so the kid can actually cycle ride by themselves. And this feels like this is what's happening right now. Your God self have been supporting you enough, have been giving you enough guidance, but now it's time to step forward by yourself. And that doesn't mean that they're not with you, spirit is not with you, but it means that you you are the one in control. You're the one picking, choosing the aspects of yourself, of your God self, which character you want to play now, which experience you want to have right now. This is the high priestess. The high priestess pick and choose the experience. She picks and choose um, the character, literally, that's going to be playing next. And we have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is talking about a strategy. So this isn't a strategy that you left for yourself. So in a higher perspective, you set all this up. You set all the experience that you're having here right now on earth. And not having message, not having the clear guidance all the time is also part of the game because you want to watch for yourself. You want to act from yourself. You want to be able to make the decisions and to see how much you have actually learned, how much you have actually embodied of this God self that you are. And we have the Two of Pentacles, which is talking about swiftly and changing between the human and the God self. So in this infinite loop, so it's like a play where you're changing the characters time after time, and this is what the High Priestess, as your higher self, it's doing right now. And this is all part of your fulfillment. This is all part of your completion. This is what I'm getting with the Ten of Cups here. This is part of your fulfillment. You want to see how much you can follow your own guidance. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, and I have here the Two of Cups as well, talking about this reflection, this exchange, where yourself and your God self are constantly exchanging positions. That's what I'm getting. This is interesting. So what else are we getting here? And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is talking about this sort of offer. You're receiving, this is a sort of a gift that you're giving to yourself, the possibility to make your own path, to choose for yourself. And this is what you choose for this experience, because ultimately you're always making the choice. You're the only person making the choices here. But right now, you're doing this live, you're doing this in this reality, and this is also part of the game for you. You want to feel how it's like to make decisions, and this is what the experience is giving you the opportunity to do right now. I feel like this is the end of this transmission. Thank you very much for your likes, your subscribes, and your support. Looking forward to see you very soon with the next reading.